Today's topic is something that truly connects all of us, our feelings and emotions. Every single one of us experiences emotions every day. We feel happy, tired, angry, nervous, proud, and sometimes all of them at once. But instead of always using simple phrases like, I'm tired, I'm sad, or I'm scared, today we're going to help you take your English to the next level. You'll learn more colorful expressions, natural idioms, and powerful phrases that will make your English sound more fluent, expressive, and alive. So here's how today's episode will work. First, you'll listen to a short and natural conversation between two friends. This conversation is full of real-life situations and emotional expressions. As you listen, try to understand as much as you can. Don't worry if you don't catch everything. Just focus and enjoy the flow. Then, after the dialogue, we'll go through everything together, slowly, clearly, step by step. We'll explain the expressions, break down the idioms, and show you exactly how to use them in your own life. We'll also share personal stories and extra examples to make everything easier to remember. So get comfortable, grab a cup of tea or your favorite snack, and let's dive in together. Oh, Josh, I can't even begin to tell you what kind of week I've had. Honestly, I feel completely done in. I don't even remember the last time I felt this exhausted. Wow, you actually look a bit under the weather. Are you okay? Was it just a cold or something worse? Worse, much worse. I was seriously sick on Tuesday. Fever, chills, body aches, everything. Honestly, I felt like I was at death's door. At one point, I even thought about going to the hospital. Oh no, Emma, that sounds really awful. But hey, you actually look much better now. I'd say you're almost fit as a fiddle again. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Thanks. I think it was a mix of rest, soup, and a lot of complaining. That seemed to help. But just when I started feeling better, work went completely crazy. My manager totally threw a wobbly on Thursday. He shouted, got angry right in front of the whole team. Wait, seriously? What happened? Was he just in a bad mood, or did something big go wrong? Honestly, he was worse than usual. He was grumpy all day, shouting, slamming doors, blaming everyone. No one even dared to speak to him. Wow, that must have been really tense. I thought my week was stressful, but yours definitely wins. Although I had a little drama too. I was in the elevator yesterday, and suddenly it stopped for a second and jerked. I literally jumped out of my skin. I thought it was going to drop. Oh wow, that sounds terrifying. Even just thinking about being stuck in a lift makes my heart race. Yeah, today I took the stairs just in case. Smart decision. I think we both seriously need a quiet weekend after all of that.
Oh, Josh, I can't even begin to tell you what kind of week I've had. Honestly, I feel completely done in. I don't even remember the last time I felt this exhausted. Wow, you actually look a bit under the weather. Are you okay? Was it just a cold or something worse? Worse, much worse. I was seriously sick on Tuesday. Fever, chills, body aches, everything. Honestly, I felt like I was at death's door. At one point, I even thought about going to the hospital. Oh no, Emma, that sounds really awful. But hey, you actually look much better now. I'd say you're almost fit as a fiddle again. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Thanks. I think it was a mix of rest, soup, and a lot of complaining. That seemed to help. But just when I started feeling better, work went completely crazy. My manager totally threw a wobbly on Thursday. He shouted, got angry, right in front of the whole team. Wait, seriously? What happened? Was he just in a bad mood, or did something big go wrong? Honestly, he was worse than usual. He was grumpy all day, shouting, slamming doors, blaming everyone. No one even dared to speak to him. Wow, that must have been really tense. I thought my week was stressful, but yours definitely wins. although I had a little drama too. I was in the elevator yesterday, and suddenly it stopped for a second and jerked. I literally jumped out of my skin. I thought it was going to drop. Oh, wow, that sounds terrifying. Even just thinking about being stuck in a lift makes my heart race. Yeah, today I took the stairs, just in case. Smart decision. I think we both seriously need a quiet weekend after all of that. Let's start with the first expression Emma used. She said, "I'm completely done in." This is a very natural British expression. When someone says they are done in, it means they are completely exhausted. Not just a little tired, but physically and mentally drained. It's stronger than saying, "I'm tired." It means, "I have no energy left. I can't do anything else. I just need to lie down." You'll hear this a lot in everyday English, especially after a long, stressful, or busy day. For example, after running errands all day, I was completely done in. Or, he looked done in after working all night. Let me give you a real-life example. One day, I had several back-to-back lessons. The students were great, but very energetic. By the time I got home, I didn't even have the energy to eat. I just said, "I'm done in," and went straight to bed. And here's another situation. Imagine a long travel day. Early flight, delays, waiting, walking. By the time you reach your hotel, you look in the mirror and think, "I am completely done in." And remember, this isn't just physical. You can feel done in mentally too. After long meetings, decisions, stress, your brain gets tired as well. So next time someone asks, "How was your day?" you can say, "Honestly, I'm done in." Short, natural, and very native. Now, let's look at another very common expression. Josh said, "You look a bit under the weather." This is a very useful phrase. If you are under the weather, it means you're not feeling well. Not seriously sick, but definitely not at your best. Maybe you have a headache, maybe a cold, maybe you just feel low energy. It's a soft, polite way to say you're unwell. For example, "I'm going to stay home today. I feel a bit under the weather." Or, "He won't come to the meeting. He's under the weather." This is something you can easily use in real life. For example, you didn't sleep well. You feel slow, tired, not focused. You can say, "I'm a bit under the weather today." It sounds natural, soft, and not dramatic. It's also perfect for work situations. For example, "Sorry if I'm quiet today. I'm a little under the weather." And here's an important point. This expression has nothing to do with real weather. Even if it's sunny outside, you can still feel under the weather. So remember, not sick, not perfect, just slightly off. That's under the weather.
Great! Let's continue. Now we move to some of the most powerful and expressive idioms from the conversation. These are the kinds of phrases that make your English sound natural, confident, and advanced. Emma said, "I felt like I was at death's door." This is a strong expression, very strong. When someone says they are at death's door, it means they feel extremely ill, so sick that it feels almost serious or dangerous. Of course, most of the time, people are not actually dying. They are just using the phrase to exaggerate how bad they feel. For example, "I had the flu last week. I was at death's door." Or, "He looked like he was at death's door after the food poisoning." It adds emotion. It makes your story more vivid, more dramatic. Let me give you a real-life feeling. Imagine high fever, no energy, headache, body pain. You can't even get out of bed. That's when people say, "I feel like I'm at death's door." But be careful. This is informal. You wouldn't use it in serious medical situations. It's more for storytelling or casual conversations. Now let's switch to something more positive. Josh said, "You're fit as a fiddle." This means very healthy, energetic, and full of life. It's the complete opposite of being sick. If someone is fit as a fiddle, they look strong, active, and well. For example, "My grandfather is 75, but he's still fit as a fiddle." Or, after a week of rest, I feel fit as a fiddle again. It's a very warm and positive expression. People use it to encourage others or to celebrate recovery. Now, here's something interesting. Why fiddle? A fiddle is a musical instrument, like a violin. When it's in perfect condition, it sounds clear and strong. So the idea is your body is working perfectly, just like a well-tuned instrument. Nice, right? Now, this one is very British. Emma said, "My manager threw a wobbly." This means he suddenly became angry, emotional, or out of control, usually in a dramatic or childish way. It's not calm anger. It's loud, sudden, and uncomfortable. For example, he threw a wobbly when the project was delayed. Or, she threw a wobbly because her coffee was cold. It often describes someone overreacting, like a mini emotional explosion. You'll hear this a lot in British English, especially in workplaces or daily life situations. Let's visualize it. Someone starts shouting, complaining loudly, losing control over small things. That's a wobbly. So next time something dramatic happens, you can say, "Wow, he really threw a wobbly." Josh said, "I jumped out of my skin." This means you were extremely surprised or scared, usually very suddenly. For example, "A loud noise made me jump out of my skin." Or, "The door slammed and I nearly jumped out of my skin." It's very visual, like your body reacts before your brain understands. Perfect for storytelling. All right, now let's bring everything together. You've just learned several powerful expressions. Not textbook English, real English. The kind of English people actually use in daily conversations. Let's quickly review them together. Done in, completely exhausted. Under the weather, not feeling well. At death's door, extremely sick. Fit as a fiddle, healthy and full of energy. Throw a wobbly, lose control emotionally. Jump out of my skin, get suddenly scared or surprised. Now, here's the important part. Learning these expressions is great, but using them, that's what really changes your English. So how do you actually start using them? Let me give you a simple strategy. Take one expression and connect it to your real life. For example, instead of just memorizing, "I'm done in," say, "I was done in after my long day yesterday." Make it yours. Don't just read, speak. Your mouth needs practice, not just your brain. Say the sentence slowly. Then say it again. Then again, a little more naturally. That's how fluency builds. Next time you talk to someone, try to use just one expression. Not 10, just one. That's enough, because real progress comes from small, repeated actions. And here's something I want you to remember. You don't need perfect English. You need active English, living English, English that you actually use. Mistakes? Good. They mean you're trying. They mean you're improving. They mean you're moving forward. So don't wait. Start small. Speak more. Repeat often. And trust the process. Because one day, you won't think about these expressions anymore. You'll just use them. Naturally. Confidently. Effortlessly. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for practicing. And most importantly, thank you for not giving up. Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. See you in the next lesson. Before you go, I want you to do something simple but powerful. Right now, choose one expression from today's lesson. Just one, and say it out loud. Yes, really. Not in your head, out loud. Maybe you say, "I'm done in today," or "I feel a bit under the weather," or even, "I almost jumped out of my skin." Good. That's how it starts. Small, simple, real. Now here's your challenge. For the next 24 hours, try to use one of these expressions in real life, with a friend, with a teacher, or even talking to yourself. Because speaking is not something you watch, it's something you do. And if you want to improve faster, come back to this video tomorrow and repeat the same lesson again. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is power. The more you repeat, the more natural it becomes. And one more thing, if this lesson helped you even a little, support the channel, like the video, subscribe, and write a comment. Tell me, which expression did you like the most? I read every comment, and I use your feedback to create better lessons for you. You're not just watching, you're part of this journey, and I'm really glad you're here.